morning. I'm Lindsay. Welcome to 10 at 10, where I'll be leading us through some gentle yoga movement and breathing to help us start our day. So today we're going to start in a child's pose. So go ahead and take your big toes to touch and let your knees come wide on your mat as you begin to walk your hands down. And as you come down, you can play with exactly how wide it feels right for your knees to be this morning. And start by reaching your fingers forward, taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, let your arms soften onto the mat, allowing your head and arms and hips to become heavy. As you begin to tune into your breath, as you inhale, perhaps you feel your lower belly press into your thighs as it expands. As you exhale, your belly pulls away as your body surrenders. Take a few moments here to continue tuning into your breath. And as you do that, allow yourself to acknowledge however you feel right now. If there's any physical sensations that arise, if there are any feelings or emotions that come up for you here, let yourself be aware of that. And then I'd like to invite us to an intention of compassion today. That might be compassion for self. That might be compassion for a friend or family member or somebody in your wider community. Whatever that is for you today, take a moment to clarify and bring that intention to the forefront of your mind. And as you do that, let your intention begin to move with your breath as you inhale, bringing that intention of compassion into your physical being. As you exhale, releasing that intention out. Inhale fills you up with compassion. Exhale, soften and release that out. And as you find that next inhale, slowly begin to bring some weight into your hands. And tuck your toes and press yourself into your downward facing dog. As you find this shape, spread your fingers, engaging your index finger and your thumb. You might keep a gentle bend in your knees as you press your heart towards your thighs, heels reach towards the ground. And then begin to take a walk towards the top of your mat as you come into a forward fold, letting your torso hang heavy, the crown of your head reach towards the ground. And then go ahead and take that right hand and plant it just in front of your face. And begin to reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling as you bend that right knee and lengthen that left knee. That left knee can keep a little bend in it if that feels good, but just lengthen it as much as feels right in your body. Deep inhale as you activate through those left fingertips. As you exhale, that left hand comes underneath your right. And you can either give yourself a bear hug here or take your eagle wrap. So palms touch if you're taking that, and we're gonna back bend up. Fingertips are gonna lead the way. As you arrive, let your fingertips or elbow points reach up and back, and then release that grip, arms sweep up overhead, deep inhale, interlace your fingers at the webbing, lengthen up, and as you take your exhale, stretch up and over to the right. Roll that left shoulder back, lift your gaze. Inhale, coming center. And exhale, up and over to the left. Rolling that right shoulder back, lifting your gaze.
Inhale, center. Release your hands behind your back and take that interlace of your fingers at the webbing. Gentle bend in your knees here. Reach that fist back. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Inhale, exhale, hinge at your hips. Take this down into your forward fold. Full breath here. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands down. And then plant that left hand in front of your face. Reach those right fingertips towards the ceiling. As that right leg lengthens any amount, keeping that bend in your left knee. Lift your gaze and activate through those right fingertips. Inhale here. As you exhale, that right hand comes under your left. Again, grabbing that bear hug or that eagle wrap and back bending up. Fingertips or elbow points lead the way. And then let those points reach up and back. Release your arms, sweep them up overhead. And this time, take your hands through the center line of your body. And then releasing your hands down. And then come to the middle of your mat and just walk your feet just wider than hip width. And start by letting your toes be a little out, your heels a little in, as you take a bend into your knees, coming into this goddess leg shape. And we're gonna find some organic movement here. So it might be a sway side to side. It might be letting your hips drop down, finding little circles with your legs and your back, really moving in whatever way feels good. There's no right or wrong way to do this here. Give yourself about 2 or 3 more breaths. And then in that next breath or so, we're gonna meet at center, turning our toes in, letting our heels come out, gentle bend again in the knees. Hands are gonna come to your hips, and let your heart lead the way as you come down into a wide-legged forward fold. Letting your hands come down to the ground, letting your head and neck be heavy here. And as you arrive, you might play with just how wide your legs are. And then we're gonna come into a skandasana or a side lunge. So take your hands under your shoulders and give yourself that halfway lift. And then start to bend into that right knee. Keep that left leg long. Hands can walk towards that right foot. And then hands walk center, send a bend into that left knee. Let that right knee lengthen. Take that once more, coming center and moving right. Coming center and moving left. Come back through center once more, and this time just let your torso be heavy. Grab for what's accessible. That might mean reaching behind you on your mat, maybe reaching for your hamstrings, calves, or ankles. Just giving a gentle pull, a little engagement through your biceps, pulling your chest towards your thighs as you allow your head and your neck to release. And then releasing any grip you have there as you toe heel your feet together, bringing your legs underneath your hips, and then just take a seat here on your mat. We're gonna come into this diamond shaped with our legs. So bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let your legs be pretty wide here. And then let your chin come into your chest as your spine rounds. As you roll forward, bringing your head towards your feet. And if you do have blocks, it can feel nice to take a block at your feet or just inside your feet, allowing your head to rest there. As you come into this shape, think about your shoulder blades melting away from the midline of your body. And as you inhale, filling up your lower back, maybe down even into your hips. As you exhale, allowing for a bit more surrender. And on that next inhale, slowly rolling back up through center. And then allowing yourself to come to a comfortable seat. Crossing your legs, and we'll just return for 3 breaths to our intention. Allowing your gaze to soften or your eyes to close. Coming back to that intention of compassion and connecting it to our breath. Inhale, filling up with that compassion. Exhale, releasing that compassion out. Give yourself 2 more breaths here. And then your next inhale, bringing your hands to your heart. Bowing your head towards your hands. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.